Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to a very special edition, a Saturday morning, Friday night edition. I know, I'm part of the cool kids. I'm in the Friday night hangout zone, or whatever you call it. G'day, this is Studio Live today. This is Songtember 2025. We are 13 days in, which means it's time to get into the meat and potatoes. We've got some drums for you from Jade Star. We've got some guitars to check out and to re-record today. And we're going to have a whole lot of fun here. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. If you're here on the replay, hello to you. Please leave your comments down below if you'd like to. And if you're here live, say g'day. Give us a wave. Say hi. We've also got some vocals that have come in. If you missed the episode from a couple of episodes ago, many of you have already recorded your gang vocals. I've got 5 of them there already in my folder, ready to come in. We'd love a whole lot more. So you got yourself about another 3 days to do that, or 4 days, depending where you are in the world. September 17th is the cutoff to be able to do that. So if you missed that episode, go to the studiolivetoday.com/songtember, find the link, go in, download the project file, and record along. All we need you to do is, hey, hey, hey. You don't talk for us. All right, time to time to try and get my brain into work mode. Normally, I'm doing admin on a Saturday morning, so I'm not doing the creative side of things. But we are going to dive in here and get crack-a-lacking. Yes, please don't forget. We would love to, exactly. We would love to hear you join Mark and Jade and Laurie and Chris and Jackknife. They've already put their vocals to me. If you have vocals to send me, yeah, you can send them any way you like. Some folks have attached them, some have sent them via a WeTransfer or iCloud Drive or Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever you like. Quick cough. I am better, but the cough that's the residual of this cold that I had, it's lasted like they call it like the 30-day cough or something, and everyone's got it, including my football team who lost in their final yesterday. They finished top of the competition in the AFL, and then they had a final, a qualifying final. They lost. They had an elimination final. They lost. So bring on hockey season. Let's go Rangers, all I got to say about that. I will say g'day to some folks who are here live. DJ Big Red helping out with the moderation crew. Thank you, my friend. Fat Panda Cat. Hey, Jamie Lynn. We got Mark Bro here with us as well. Ed, B Metal is appropriate because we're doing some metal. Yeah. As you heard in the opening there. We've got Ed Z here. Kihalo rocks. Yes, they do. G'day, Al Davis Music and the Leelaverse. We've got Jenny Jolivet. We've got Forest of the Wolf here as well. I think I saw Aligatila. Hello to you. And I'm pretty sure I saw a Denise sliding in there somewhere. Oh, there's Laurie's Mish Mosh, who's on later today. I think I've got a dump set to send you over to Laurie. There's Denise after the show. So if you want a whole lot more coolness, hello Rena, good to see you here. If you want some or more coolness, you got Laurie later, you got Gary Gaza Hubs, and Gary. A little birdie tells me that Gary Hubs may be recording his backing vocals live on his show. So I'm giving once we've got the mix down, which is not going to be close to the final mix, but it'll at least have Jade's drums and some new guitars in it. I'll send that over to Gary Hubs, and yeah, if he records that live, that would be kind of rad. All right, let's give a recap because not all of you would have been following this through. First of all, what is Songtember? It's our Song in a Month challenge. What we do around here is each year, from the 1st to the 30th of September, I create, record, and release a song. I do it all here on the channel, and I invite you to come along and do it with me. So if you are not already started, it's not too late. We're only 2 weeks in. You got a heap of time left if you want to join it. And then at the end of the month, we gather together and we listen to everyone's songs, and it's a good old time. All right, so where are we at so far? Let's dive over onto the iPad, and you will see at the top here we have a nested folder of drumming awesomeness. I haven't heard it yet, but we'll be listening to it for the first time together in just a few moments. That is Jade Star. If you missed her creation of this, it's probably because you're not a member of Jade Star's channel. She did it as a special members stream over on her channel. So if you want to find out how these awesome drums were actually created and edited and programmed, then head on over and subscribe and become a member of Jade Star. We've got the little voice samples of Old Mate here. So if you haven't been following, the premise of this song is all around the fact that this guy from Suno, whose name I'm not going to even remember or mention, but he said something like this.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
So he was interviewed and he said a bunch of stuff about how, yeah, people just want to type prompts into AI and they don't want to actually create music, which I would like to say, you don't talk for me when it comes to that. So, and I don't think you guys would agree. If you're here with me on this show and listening in, you probably also don't agree with that. We have my guitars, which is what we're going to record and replace. I've got old Epiphone here ready to go to rock out with. So we're going to re-record those today to make sure we've got some nice complete guitar takes that sound as rad as possible. And then we've got our bass, which we will be tweaking. I'll probably do that off stream because my bass playing skills aren't the best. I'm a little embarrassed about how many takes it takes me to get my bass guitar parts right. We got my lead vocals here. I've got backing vocals, which are my backing vocals. And then we're starting to bring in some gang vocals. Jade has already done hers, and she's put them right here in the track already, in the project. So we'll be listening to them as well. And then just the old Anders stuff here, and my old lead vocal takes are down the bottom just for posterity. All right, what do you reckon? Are we going to do this? I think it's time. I think it's time to listen to this. So this is absolute demo version. Lyrics are still not completely finished. The vocals need to be re-recorded, clearly. The guitars are going to be re-recorded today, and the bass will be re-recorded tomorrow. And then on Tuesday morning, which is Monday evening for most of you folks, we'll start. I'll start bringing in the gang vocals that you folks have sent in, and we'll start the mixing process. So, yeah, next week's going to be all about the mix. There'll still be little bits and pieces of recording and arranging here and there because I'm writing this song as we go. It's not the sort of thing where I've got a complete song and then I can just record everything and then not touch the arrangement and then mix everything and then master. There may be some back and forth going on here. So just so that you know about that. So without much further ado, I'm going to shut up for however long this song is. I don't actually know the length of the song, but I think it's about 3 minutes. But for that time, I'm going to just hit the play button, folks, and we're going to listen in together. So, and one final thing before we do that. People are just play the song, Johns. One final thing is that Jade Star very kindly gifted me the Rhino amp sim. So, and she's even created some presets, some face melting metal presets that she's added to the Rhino amp sim that we have here in Logic Pro. So I was trying to keep it, as you know, I do usually try to keep it, just a moment, we're just going to unplug and replug. Just realized my resolution's out of whack. And that's made a Logic Pro crash by unplugging and replugging. Yeah, autosave version, okay. Bop, 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 bop. And yes, the Rhino guitars are very, very nice, and they sound very cool indeed. So yeah, if you want this project at the end and you're a member or a patron, you might need to get Rhino and go check out Jade Star's shows about Rhino. But you can also, if you don't have Rhino, you can just put one of the amp sims on here from Logic Pro. It's no harm, no foul. All right, we got our screen ready. We got our sound ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm going to hit play. Let's do this thing.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think.
Wrong, sucker. Come on.
I got a lot to say, where do I start? Coming at us with your artificial heart. You say we shouldn't bother to create when you're stealing from the very people you hate. Trust the robots, they always got your back. You push the algorithms, they're about to crack. Your machines are holding all of the cards. Creating music is just too hard.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy, and music is pain. But music talk for me.
I got some words, but they ain't written yet. I don't know what I'm gonna say, I just spit. Using prompts and getting over compressed. Like Napster downloads, I'm just not impressed. People gonna burn it all down. You thought we weren't gonna make a sound? We're coming at you with the force of humankind. Music will outlast all you pros this
The
time.
majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy, and music is pain. Music is real, and music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk for me. 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 Hey, you don't talk for me. Hey, you don't talk for me. You don't talk for me. You don't talk for me.
I'm frozen. Every year, it's the same. So that was my first listen and listen. Was that one of the raddest things ever? Yeah, kind of. Is it completely different from what the music that I usually produce is? Yes. Is that a bad thing? No. Should I stop using rhetorical questions as a way of making points? No, I'm going to keep going. Should we jump in and look at some more of this in more detail? Yes. Am I going to do it right now? Sure. All right. So, for those playing along at home, the original drums was Anders, and all I gave Jade was my very lightly programmed drums. I didn't give much sort of vibe for it, but Jade stuck to the basic premise, which is that we want the chung chung cha chung, the halftime there, and then we want da 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 da. What has Jade added? She's added the metal double kicks and the Metallica S, which, if you don't know, and again, I'm going to offend Gary, Ed B, I'm going to offend Hetriani, a lot of people. Metallica, not one of my favourite bands. I really don't like the style. I really don't like the vocal style. But you can't argue with success, can you? And if you're going to make a genre song, and if you're going to make a song in a specific style, it probably needs to be that specific style. However, yes, there may be some tweaking because I want it to be somewhere between metal and the sort of metal that the band on my shirt play, because that's kind of thing. Yeah, Rage Against the Algorithm. Is there a Rage Against the Algorithm band? Maybe that should be it. Maybe this isn't a Pete Johns song. Maybe I add another artist with DistroKid and we call it Rage Against the Algorithm. I don't know. Okay, so now I know what I won't be sending you. No, we need every type of voice in here to do this. So yeah, let's jump in. And that's the thing. Collaboration is awesome. And I say that because I want you to know that if you're collaborating with someone else, if what they produce is exactly what you would have done, no point. Why would you collaborate? Why collaborate if you're going to get delivered exactly what you would have done anyway? It's pointless. The point of collaboration is to push and pull in and out of your comfort zones. So if you aren't good at programming drums and someone else is, and they send you something, it's not going to sound like the drums you would program because you don't have that skill set. Same deal. Like last year, the bass that Mars Capone recorded for my song was completely different to the bass that I played, but it was really cool. And after I gave it a couple of listens, grew on me, and I was ready to rock and roll. So we will go for it. And exactly, and that's the thing. Your first go at it is not going to be the end result. Like that's not how music work. That's exactly how collabs work. Is that you trust someone else to put something out there, and then and it's kind of why, like with this sort of stuff, Jade knows that There's no harm, there's no foul, there's no malintent. It's just that I'll like some of it. I'll probably like 80 to 90% of it, and then there might be bits where I'm like, actually, I think we need some change up there. There's not much here, though. Again, once I'm going to listen back a few times, I'll probably fall in love with the double kicks. And the only thing that's standing out for me is I kind of liked the hi-hats over the first vocal sample. But maybe maybe I need to think about that and listen to it today and see if it grows on me. Because originally we had Anders here doing a little thing like this at the start over the bit.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think. Yeah. So just having that, which again is not hard to add. I can add a little hi-hat here to Jade's drums without any problem at all. Algorithm Mausoleum. Oh my God, that would be a metal name, wouldn't it, Mark? Very cool stuff indeed. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a piece to add back in if I need it. But again, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the dude's thing. The other thing that you notice here is that Jade took the liberty, which is always cool. When you collaborate, you want people to just throw things in there because it's easier to remove things than it is to add them in afterwards. So she had an idea for some guitars in the middle here, if I can find them. So the chugs for the middle. And as soon as I heard this, which I'd already heard because I had already listened to the guitars because I had to set up Rhino. The first time I heard this, I was like, okay, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, actually, I think we could do some cool panning here. I think I'll play you the part. You probably heard it in the bit before, but I think there's something that we could do here.
Outlast all you bros this
The
time.
majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy.
Are you not? Is it just me, or are you not hearing that going left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right? Like just with his voice down the middle, and then just some like really interesting, just left and right. Not interesting, but pretty basic left and right pads. I'm thinking that might be a thing. Yeah, Your Music Live is coming up tomorrow. No, it's not. It's in 2 days' time. Yeah, exactly. The point of collaborating is to add different spices than your own cupboard. Exactly. I don't have nutmeg, but I got all the cumin. Sorry. Let's not pretend that cumin is not the funniest spice. Every time you go to the spice rack, you're like, or is that just me? Because I'm apparently a 12-year-old. All right, so just so that you can see how these drums work. So here in Logic Pro, the benefit of using Logic Pro for iPad as opposed to GarageBand is that you can have these. You can have these nested folders, which means that with your drums here, you've got your drum sum. So Jay's left muted the original version of the drums, but she's also got here this, which has all the drums, which means that I can start mixing this. As I get to the point where I'm going to be mixing the project down, I can say, actually, I want the snare to hit a little harder. I can change each drum kit piece really easily because you can jump straight in here to the drum kit designer. You can add different plugins to different drums. So you can really sculpt and customize the sound, not only the volume and the mix of your drums, but the actual sound of the drum kit. You can create your own complete custom kit and make it sound exactly as you like, which I'll do at a later stage. At the moment, sounds pretty rad out of the box, so I'm leaving it for now. But just so you know, that is the joy of Logic Pro, except they make it really hard to do. Go watch Jade do it if you don't believe me, because it is hard. So what we're going to do today is these guitars. The tone is rad now, and I'm going to be happily stick with that, but I'm going to try, because as you see here, these were kind of pieced together, and there's copies and pastes between them, because I just wanted to get the arrangement down, which is where we're at the moment. So I'm going to come in here and re-record these guitars. And the cool thing is, now that we've got the drums and the bass, I'm going to be able to be more in the pocket, because playing along to a metronome, no bueno. Playing along to the actual drums that are going to be close to what you're actually going to have in your final project, very bueno. All right, so let's grab the guitar and let's get shredding, shall we? And look, it's 8:51 on a Saturday morning, so if this doesn't come out right, no harm. We're already in a pretty good spot, so I'm not going to stress about it, because sometimes I actually play better when I've been awake for a while and a bit warmed up and sometimes after a couple of beers. Just saying, right, Gary Hubbs? Sometimes just that, it's like playing pool. You don't want to have 7 beers because then you can. But if you sometimes a little enhancement. Anyway, don't drink, kids. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rename these guitars. So the first thing to do is to rename these guitars. So this is going to be demo. I'm just going to put demo in big bracketed bold at the start here. So I know that these were my original scratch track. You can do whatever your naming convention is, as long as you have something that's clear to you and you know what's going on. The next thing I'm going to do is, what is it? Say it with me, folks, is to jump out of the project just to make sure that we've got a saved version of that one. That's going to send it up to the cloud. That little icon means it's going to send it to iCloud Drive so it's backed up in the cloud. And then we're going to tap and hold and we're going to duplicate. And we're now down to version 7, would you believe it? Already. Time is flying by. Oh, look, there's all those gang vocals too. Ooh, gang vocals, yeah. Is gang vocals PC? Maybe we should call them collaborative vocals. I don't know. I don't think gang... you can have a gang of crows, can't you? Gang is just a collective noun. So... All right, so let us come to our track here. We're now going to duplicate this one out, and when I'm recording, I tend to just record up the middle because it sounds better. So I'm just going to my pan knob there, double tapping it to put it back to 0, and then going here to my input. I do like Logic Pro's input setup here. It makes it really easy to find things. So we're input monitoring on there, and we're on the right input, which is input 2. Let's all right, let's tune. So we have the tuner up here in Logic Pro, and if you don't see the tuner in your Logic Pro, you may need to come over to your settings and go to customize control bar, and the tuner is not under other, is it? It's under modes. So the third one along there, modes, tuner is your 4th one down. Just turn that on and then you'll have access to your tuner here. And we are in drop D. Oh, murder is crows. What's a gang? There's a bird that's a gang. Murder's appropriate because my football team, the Adelaide Crows, got murdered by the Hawks, funnily enough. So the Crows got murdered by the Hawks. Oh, G string, you're always so flat. Could Pete have done this before the show? Sure. A gang is a cockatoo. A gang? All right, I think we're good. Let's turn off our tuner. And we've got our input there. Now I'm just checking. My mix knob. Yeah, I'm hearing, I'm just checking my mix knob on my audio interface because I'm actually hearing the sound coming in twice. So I'm just going to reach forward and check. Yeah, input and door. So I'm just turning this. I've turned it all the way around to door. So if you're using an audio interface, if you ever wondered why that mix is there, it's usually got either like direct input and then DAW. And my interface, you can put it between the two. So sometimes if there's a bit of latency or lag, I'll put it more onto the direct sound. And that's why you could hear like a little bit of the... Wait, I've got it the wrong way. Did I turn it the wrong way around? Oh. What have I done here? I've ruined everything. I've broken it. Logic Pro doesn't love me sometimes. What has gone on here? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have messed with things. You would think. So our sound's coming through there. It might need a close and an open. This happened the other day. Logic Pro still has its bugs. I love Apple. I love you, Apple. But Logic Pro still has its problems at times. This could be a very quick show if I can't get this working again. Maybe I bumped the plug when I plugged it in. I'll put the guitar down for a sec. Isn't it always the way with stuff like this? Always works perfectly. All right, so that's plugged in. That's plugged in, but it's not giving me any sound. Did I bump the button? No, it said hide Z input. Oh. Fun times. Fun times indeed. We may be done before we've started here. Yeah, it's definitely not buzzing. So we'll unplug everything. Oh. Or is it because I don't have the record button? I can see it. I can see some waveforms coming there. Let's double check my inputs here again. Input monitoring, definitely on. It was working perfectly when we were tuning. Let's go back to the tuner and... So it's definitely hearing some sound. It's just not playing it through. Okay. Let's open a new track and see if we can get something else here. Plus, audio. We'll just do a basic audio track here, and we will come in here to number 2 and to mono. Yep. It's hearing stuff a little bit, but it's just not completely coming through. And it did do something very similar to me the other day, and the only thing that fixed it was just closing it and reopening it. Yeah. Let's just record in and see what actually happens if I do record. Oh, on the right track.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music. You would think.
That's the darndest thing, because you can see here, you can actually see it registering, except it's not recording. Yeah, the plugin might be crashed, but then it would still be recording the audio. Let's just remove the plugin. This is random. Because we all heard it working before. This is the joys of recording, folks. All right, let's go back to a previous version of the project. Maybe I corrupted the project. We haven't actually changed much in this, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's close out of that one. Let's completely close Logic Pro, and let's reopen. And let's go back to number 6 and see if that can solve our problem. It is really not doing it, is it? Boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm going to unplug and replug the audio interface. This is Troubleshooting with Johns. Otherwise, yeah, going to be a short show. Maybe we will do a Q&A. So I'm going to come over, unplug and everything. So I've unplugged the audio interface completely. Could it be that the reliable Steinberg UR22C has actually let me down? It has never let me down. So unplug, replug, completely unplugged and replugged. Make sure it's on. I'm going to leave it on halfy half there. It's thinking about it. Input 2 is definitely high Z. It's unplugged and replugged. And its gain is definitely set at 12 o'clock. So everything is there, but let's see if it's actually going to work this time. So we'll stay on this track. We'll go and we'll monitor, input monitoring. It really isn't having fun, is it? Oh, What else can we do that might be a problem here? No, that button's not doing anything. Oh, this is a shocker. Let's go out to GarageBand and see if that's yes. Turn it off and on. This is just all part of what Songtember is all about, folks. Things aren't going to always work or go exactly to plan, but you roll with the punches, don't you? All right, let's just pretend that we're recording here in GarageBand. Monitor on, channel 2. Blah, blah, blah. It's still doing something weird where it's not actually coming through properly. Maybe it's the cable? Maybe we need to try a different guitar cable. Let's try the microphone just to see. This is called a Troubleshooting 101. So we've closed and opened the software. We've turned off and back on the hardware. And now we're just testing to see if a microphone will actually show up here on the track. So plug it in. Ugh. XLR plugs are plugged. Guitar volume, let's check that as well. Don't think I turned the guitar volume down, but nope. But a good. That's random. The only thing I did was plug in an XLR cable. That is freaking weird. Weird. Yeah, we do need a new song, Ed, about recording problems because we all got them. All right, I'm touching nothing else now, but that was the most bizarre thing. All I did was plug in an XLR cable. Unless, hang on, maybe, would that be a thing? Maybe I turned on phantom power and then, therefore, it's not. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to question anything. I'm just going to go with it. Because it's a dynamic mic that I plugged in there. But the only difference is that I plugged in a microphone to the XLR port. I also I did move the guitar cable. But I haven't actually changed it. Anyway, we're going back to, we're going to try and go back to Logic Pro and see if this is going to work. The trials and tribulations of a recording artist. We'll troubleshoot. If I can get it just working, I'll troubleshoot it for future use afterwards and share the results once I fixed it, if I fixed it. So let's make sure. There it is. Okay, so now we've messed this track up because we've removed Rhino and everything. So we'll delete this one out, yes please, and we'll redo it. All right, let's get back on track, shall we? So we're going to center this so you can hear it coming through because I've got it half and half now. But when we turn it on here with the input, now I've got to remember what I'm actually playing, which is the next challenge here. So what I'm going to do is play along here. So. All right, let's just do another quick tune, at least on these bottom 3 strings. Definitely plenty of beef there, Jade, for true. All right, so we've got this one set here. Let's try and actually play along with the track now and see how it goes. So we need a... All right. Or do we... No, we'll go with the middle setting with both pickups for this first version.
don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think.
All right, those waveforms are a wee bit chunky. At the risk of ruining everything again, I'm going to just turn my input gain down. Oh, half a step. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think.
Missed the slide. Try that again.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think. I got a lot to say, where do I start? Coming at us with your artificial heart.
All right, we got the chug, 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 chug. Still too chunky. Still too much coming through. So we're turning it down again. Make sure, undo that. Make sure when you're recording that you go on the lighter side. If you think you might be clipping, turn it down. Because you can't recover from it. In a digital environment, if it's slightly too quiet, you're totally fine. You can turn it up. There's no problem. It's not analog anymore. We don't have noise floor problems and that sort of stuff. So let's...
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think.
hit the wrong note with your very first stroke.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think.
All right, and then I've forgotten how to play my chug, chug, chug pattern there. So this is the problem that we had last time when we were recording this. So. All right, we got this.
I got a lot to say, where do I start? Coming at us with your artificial heart. Think you shouldn't bother to create when you're stealing from the very people you hate. Trust the robots, they always got your back. You put the algorithms, they're about to crack. Your machines are holding all of the cards. Creating music is just too hard.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy. And music.
All right, then I've got to, after the suck my balls, we're going to come back in with do no 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 no.
It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy. And music is pain. The music is real. And music is live. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me.
Got some words, but they ain't written yet. I don't know what I'm gonna say, I just spit. Using prompts and getting over compressed. Like nested downloads, I'm just not impressed. People gonna burn it all down. You thought you weren't gonna make a sound. We're coming at you with the force of humankind. Music will outlast all you pros this
The
time.
majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy.
Need the slide there again, which I forgot, which we'll do this time. The good thing about this is the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it, the better it gets. Like, because practicing, like when you're recording, always be trying, like at this point, once you've got your part written, always be trying to do it your best, but never stress about it, because you'll either capture lightning in a bottle and then your next takes will be shit and you'll want to go back to the original one, or it will get better as you play more and more, and then it will sound more natural because you're just rocking out.
The majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy, and music is pain. Music is real, and music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. 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 Hey, you don't talk to me. You don't talk to me. You don't talk to me. You don't talk to me.
Burp, 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 burp. I like the little mic drop thing there at the end. I'm going to leave that. So that looks pretty good. And when I say looks good, yes, things don't have to look good, but the levels look good. It looks like I actually played it along with the first take, but a lot better than the first take. And when we do the second guitar here, it's going to hopefully be even better. Excuse me, cough. Couldn't reach my mute button that time. Oh, yeah, and Emilio, thank you. I'm definitely aware. The last time I tried to turn my knob, ding, from halfway all the way to door, which is what I should be recording on, so we don't hear the original guitar sound, like just the raw guitar sound, everything broke. So I'm not messing with that now, but yeah, you're right. You should probably, as long as your latency is okay, you should be recording directly through the door one. All right, let's come down and do the other one. We'll duplicate it out. There we go. We've got a second version. So we'll mute out that first guitar. Welcome this guitar. Let's just have a quick listen and make sure there's no obvious issues. Oh, hang on. I think my chugs need to get tighter. I'll just move that there. I've got a feeling that I just need to really lay down and hit those a little bit tighter. So there may be some re-recording required for the chugs, but let's see if we do a better one. I know it's Mark. It's got some bite, doesn't it? It's got some teeth. Teeth, Keith. Good old teeth, Keith. All right, hey. Good stuff. Let us play our next part in here. So we're going to leave that one. We're going to use this second one. We're going to have another cough. So let's put the input gain on the input selector. I'm wondering if this guitar, for some of the chugs, like I do a little bit of harmonic work. You know what? Let's try it. So this time I'm actually changing up. I'm going onto the rear pickup. I'm such a guitar. I was talking to my wife about this. I'm like, I'm not a guitarist. I'm a dude who owns a guitar and plays it sometimes. So true guitarist is like, oh, you need to tweak the nut a bit, Johns, and then use this pickup, and then make sure when you do your setup that your action is. And I'm like, oh, blah, 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 guitar, I play. All right, that sounds like a pretty brutal tone. All righty. Yeah, Songtember. Isn't it rad? Yeah, no, the cool thing is, yeah, in the community here, everyone just comes together, don't they? Comes together and creates and shares their processes. So, yeah, thank you out to Leela and Jade and Thomas Christ and Kionra and all the folks who are creating their Songtember tunes. Look forward to hearing what you've done.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think. Cannot get these chugs, baby. We'll get there. Da-da-da. All right.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument and really good at a music production software. It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy. Music is pain. Music is real. And music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me.
Words that they ain't written yet. I don't know what I'm gonna say, I just spit. Using prompts and getting over-compressed. Like nested downloads, I'm just not impressed. People gonna burn it all down. Your thoughts weren't gonna make a sound. We're coming at you with the force of humankind. Music will outlast all you pros this
The
time.
majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy. And music is pain. Music is real. And music is life. Hey, 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 you don't
I got so excited playing that part that I flicked my switch. Yeah, definitely needs that. Maybe not the first time around, but maybe for this last chorus, we have the. Frick yeah. Nearly swore. All right, towards the end there, 'cause Jay mentioned earlier that there's no guitar solo in this song. I'm thinking that needs some lead guitar parts, but I'm I'm thinking like some guitar at the end there. So maybe using these tones that Jade used here. Maybe I even need to. Because maybe I even need to get Jade to play it. No, Jade's done enough. She's worked her ass off.
The majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy, and music is pain. Music is real, and music is life. Hey, hey.
Okay, that's freaking rad with the harmonics in there, I reckon. What do you think? Just makes it a little bit messier. And when we go back to spinning these left and right, funk, funk, I reckon it'll be even cooler. All right, I'm hitting it too hard there, so I'll probably need to re-record that and just keep the lightest of touches, because if it's too much, it really just needs to be the harmonics of it. So it needs to have the... That's actually a pretty good idea. For this final one, maybe in the first guitar, so with this one, the first guitar I do the harmonic, so... And then the other one. So it creates like a second chord in between there. Let's try it, because you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We'll go back to the middle setting on the pickup switch. We'll delete out this one, because I can play this riff till the cows come home. This is easy stuff. We'll just do the slide. All right, so yeah, up on the, what is that, the 8th fret? Let's try it. Oh, we're soloed. Oh.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You would think. I'm too close in. It's just the last bit I needed to redo, isn't it? Oh, that's the very start. That's right.
Music is joy, and music is...
Yeah, I didn't want to remove that part. Okay, so I just wanted to do the chugs at the end here. Ba ba ba. Or maybe I do this whole section so it can be. Yeah, let's just do the whole section. Da da da. Da 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 da. And then we'll do the harmonics on the 9th fret.
The majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy.
Recording on the wrong channel, on the wrong track. We got to get back on the right track.
Don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy.
And then you got to remember to play.
Don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy, and music is pain. Music is real, and music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me.
I messed that up completely. because I started moving around a bit, which is not necessarily bad, but let's just try and do that again. That was rubbish. All right, try this one more time. Okay, that time I just tried everything different, but yeah, we'll just we'll go with it for now. All right, so they're closer to where I want them to be. Yeah, that's another option, isn't it, Mark? Like we just keep the chugs clean at the end, and then we just do that harmonics on a separate track. Probably it. Alrighty. Okay, let us. Yeah, the bass guitar needs to be. In fact, I'm probably going to turn the bass guitar off. I need to re-record the bass, but I'll do that afterwards because we're pretty low on time. We're already going into overtime. So these guitars are way too loud in the mix now because I turned them up to record them. Let's just hear them with the bass, shall we? And see if they're in the ballpark of a mix. Yeah, as soon as you add the drums back in, it just completes it, doesn't it? Because it just gives it that drive. And there's so much meat on the bones now. Yeah, so I don't think the harmonics belong in this section. So the section through here, I think they need to be cleaner. So I think only the harmonics in the last section. I think this needs to be clunk, 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 like really just tight. And then maybe I can go nuts at the end there with some harmonics and stuff. Alrighty, I'm a little tired here. But you know what I want? I'm going to do something completely. Now that I've got the microphone plugged in anyway, right? So I'm going to. Oh man, my coffee's so cold. It's been there for like an hour and 10 minutes. Okay. Because the vocal recording is so bad, I just want a better vocal recording. Still going to be scratch. I still haven't written all of the words properly. In fact, did I even write down that weird second verse that I did? I'm just going to check my songwriting file. Yeah, I got some words, but they ain't written yet. So here is if you didn't catch the early songwriting episodes, here's what we've got as far as the lyrics so far. I will continue working on these. And there's my reference tracks. So it's Grinspoon, Soundgarden, Tool, Tumbleweed, Silverchair, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Pantera, and Rage Against the Machine. So yeah, the reference tracks that we're going to bring in here to mix and master this song will be interesting. And those I can't do here on the stream. So I did say at the start, I wouldn't do anything outside of the public forum because I wanted to make sure that everyone, even if you weren't a patron or a member, was able to follow along in Songtember. And that's still the case, but when I'm doing referencing, which means like playing a copyrighted track and then playing my track and then checking out the difference, unfortunately I can't actually do it. But because of copyright claims on these shows. And in the nicest possible way, I've got to pay the bills. Speaking of paying the bills, thank you to all the folks who are Songtember legends. Look at all those fine feathered friends. Very cool people who have supported me. Oh, it's got some crud on it. What's that? I don't want to know. Yeah, so there's the Songtember Legends for 2025. You still have time. We're less than halfway through. So if you want to donate to the cause and help keep the lights on around here, I appreciate you greatly. All right. What we're going to do, let's jump back over here. I'm hearing, and for the singing along bit, I'll want this in there anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this one, because this is just a straight hi-hat, and I'm going to copy this and paste this into a separate drummer track. Thankfully, this is Logic, not GarageBand, which means I can do this. So we'll just paste the playhead there. Yeah, you can copy the automation. There is no automation data. Just so that we have this, and we'll bring this up just for now, just so I've got an idea and we can sort of A/B test it as I listen to the song today. The only problem is I can't really listen to the song while I'm out and about, which is what I usually like to do. Okay, yeah, we'll just leave that overlapping with the Jade drums there. Let's save this out because we haven't saved in a while. So this is our version 7 that eventually worked with our guitars. Thank you, Ed Zed, for being here and for having some fun with us here today. All right, so there's Jade's drums. This is by no means mixed. This is by no means close to anywhere near finished, but we are going to sing along. Because the original vocals were a week ago and I had virtually no voice. I don't have all my voice yet, so these won't be the final vocals, but hey, you never know. Never know your luck in the big city. So let's duplicate these vocals. We'll mute them. We'll check 1, 2. We'll cue up our record, and let's just have a crack. So I'm going to turn off this mic, and you'll have me just on here, so we don't get a whole bunch of bleed through. It's probably got way too much processing on it too. It needs to be a bit drier. But let's sing along. Sing along with Johns. This is a vocal take, and then we'll finish up. Boom.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
To say, so where do I start? You're coming at us with your artificial heart. You say we shouldn't bother to create while stealing from the very people that you hate. Trust the robots, they always got your back. You push the algorithms, they're about to crack. Your machines are holding all the cards. Creating music is just too hard.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy. Music is pain. Music is real. And music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk for me. Hey, hey, I got some words, but they ain't written yet. I don't know what I'm gonna say, I just spit. Using prompts is getting overcompressed. Like Napster downloads, I'm just not impressed. People gonna power burn it down.
I don't want burn it down, by the way. I don't like the violence of that. Let's take that off for a sec.
Press. People gonna...
What about just people power is going to bring it down?
Just not impressed. People power is gonna bring it down. You thought you weren't gonna make... Just not impressed. People power is gonna bring it down. You thought we weren't gonna make a sound? We're coming at you with the force of humankind. Music will outlast you all this time.
The majority of people don't.
Try that one more time. Music will outlast you all this. Will outlast all, maybe? Outlast all?
Just not impressed. People power gonna bring it down. You thought we weren't gonna make a sound? We're coming at you with the force of humankind. Music will outlast you all this
I
time.
think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is life!
No, wrong way. Oh, don't completely undo it. Redo. Where's my redo? Redo. Redo recording. All right. Let's come in here. What was the first part of the chorus? Music is joy, joy, joy.
Don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Forgot to sing. Forgot to sing.
Don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Forgot to sing again.
Don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy! Music is pain! But music is real! And music is life! Hey! 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 You don't talk for me! 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 Mic drop.
Mic drop. All right. Yeah, titles. So Thomas Christ had a great title idea the other day. Did I write it down? I don't know. I can't find it now. Thomas will remember. He's not here today, but he had a great idea. It was one of the little bits I said in the original. We'll be able to find this algorithm of a down. All right, let's come back out of here. Remove all that. Elizabeth. And go there. All right.
I got a lot to say, so where do I start? You're coming at us with your artificial heart. You say we shouldn't bother to create while stealing from the very people that you hate. Trust the robots, they always got your back. You push the algorithms, they're about to crack. Your machines are holding all the cards. Creating music is just too hard.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy. Music is pain. Music is real. And music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk for me. Hey.
Alrighty. Yeah, that is going to sound so cool when we have the big gang vocals. At least in the second verse, second chorus. I'm not sure if we're going to go with them in the first time. I think it might have more impact if we go with me, a few layers of me, and then the surprise at the end can be me there. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. So with these chuggers,
All this
I
time.
think the majority of people.
I'm thinking like, I wonder if we could just experiment with it now. We can always bring this stuff back, but I just want to find out while we have no time if we just like do like this. I'm just going to try it in one spot, and then we can do it afterwards. Don't you reckon that this would be cool with
All
like?
this
I
time.
think the majority of people.
Oh, they're different tones. I probably need to keep them both, and then put two on the left, two on the right, just so that it's like ranting in the name of. You can hear the dog barking. Marge, the dog's barking. All right. I'm reasonably happy with what we've been able to do here today. What do you reckon? Thank you for hanging out with me. Have you hit the like button yet? Oh, man, I almost went an entire show without asking you to hit the like button. Can you hear the barking dog? He's very loud. I'll mute myself out in a moment. So what are we doing from here? Well, I'll be working on this. I'll be tightening up those guitars. I'll be recording some bass guitar in. I'll be tightening up the vocals, and then we'll be bringing in the gang vocals. So if you haven't already, here's what you need to do. You need to go to the Tube of You and search out me. Let's see if we can find where it's at. So if you just come here and search Pete John's Songtember vocals, is that going to find it? I'm just trying to make it easy. Yes, that will find it for you. So if right now, all you need to do is search Pete John's Songtember vocals, and look at this, sing on my track, I want you. And it's a quick video there, just 15-minute video that explains to you exactly what you need to do, how you can record it, how you can upload it, and what you need to do to be able to record your own vocals, and then we'll bring them all in to this project, and it will be super cool. So yeah, thank you to Mark and Laurie and Jackknife and Jade and Chris Lane Sr., who have all already done that. I'm looking forward to you and adding your vocals to this. So it's very, very simple. Gary Hubbs is going to do some haze tonight. Speaking of which, I will dump you after this show over to Laurie. So Laurie does her Laurie's Mishmosh on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon if you're me. And then Gary is it episode 100 at the parking lot tonight? There you go. There you go. There's the link. Thank you, Jade Star, for throwing the link there. And yeah, and DJ Big Red's got the link of where you can actually get the file. If you don't want to watch the video and you reckon you got it, it's cool. He said, yeah, that's right. Mark was paranoid because last time he kind of got left out, but this time we didn't. I added him in at the last minute, but this time he's in there. And the beauty of Logic Pro is that I'm going to be able to create an entire, whoops, wrong button, an entire folder here of all the gang vocals. So I'll be able to nest them all in there and have all the original tracks so I can tweak it to my heart's content as well. So that will be super duper cool. So go ahead, do that. Go and catch the rest of the Friday afternoon or Saturday daytime entertainment at the other channels. And like I say, I'll dump you over to Laurie straight after this one. Okay, we love a good dump around here. Thank you to Jade Star for recording these drums and the guitar tones, which I think are face-meltingly awesome now. And yeah, we'll keep building out this project. I'm pretty happy with our progress. 13th of September here. And we're very much more than halfway done. Remembering that we need some time to be able to mix and master and do album artwork and release with, of course, our good friends at DistroKid. So why don't we go out with the very rough... Actually, you know what? Before we do that, I'm going to do this, otherwise I'll forget. I'm sending this to Gary Hubbs. So that I have that ready to go, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to export it, and we're going to send it the entire project length as an uncompressed WAV file. It's Songtember 2025 version 7. We're hitting the export button there. I will throw that up onto the Google Drive and send it to Gary so that he's got this version to hay along to and do his thing. I didn't think this through. It's going to take a while to export because it's baking in all of those effects that we have there. Am I gonna make you wait? Yeah, let's make you wait. Let's talk about what else is going on around here. So tomorrow, while that renders out, tomorrow we have. Oh, there's Mark. Tomorrow we have the live music awesomeness that is Thomas Christ, Jade Star, and then myself. So we'll be all playing. So Thomas has got, I think, karaoke style. Jade's doing a song in an hour challenge again, I believe, or I could be totally wrong on that. And then I'll be playing Happy Hour. And tomorrow we're doing Weezer versus Green Day. And here's the funny thing: I was listening to the Weezer track El Scorcho yesterday. El Scorcho, and a line in that is, I asked her to go to the Green Day concert. She said she never heard of them, which I think is pretty cool and pretty appropriate. Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong there. It's fine. We'll send it out to audio share and I'll trim it for Gary here. So what I did is I did entire project length, but I hadn't actually trimmed the end of the project. So that's what it ended up with. So what I'll do, just while I remember, is to come here and pull this. So with Logic Pro, all you need to do is grab this triangle and pull it to where you want the project to actually end. And then when you do things like exporting, it won't export past that point. So, but for Gary, we can just come in here and we can, in fact, let's listen into the audio share version just to see. Play. Well, you know, play.
I got a lot to say, so where do I start?
Get really good at an
Talk for me, hey, hey.
Yeah, that should work for you, Gary. So if you don't have audio share, get audio share. So what we can do is we'll just trim and fade this one, and we'll take the end off of it so that Gary doesn't have to have the extras. We'll save that in there, and that is the version I will send over to Gary straight after this show so that he can record his haze live in the parking lot, which will be rad. All right, let's go out with this song here again. Very still rough demo around the edges, but I think getting there. I think sounding cool. What do you reckon? Let's give it a spin. The song name is whatever. Oh, that's what we're going to do. All right, quickly before we do that, I'm just going to listen to this little bit of vocal because I said something here.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. I think that's what Thomas Christ said that we should call it, which I don't hate. You're wrong. Like, it's just, you're wrong. Just like a big, no. You know what? You say that we don't want to create music. Guess what? You're wrong. All right, thanks, folks. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others. Keep creating and doing all the things. And I will catch you next time around. Bye for now.
I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Double kick's already growing on me.
I got a lot to say, so where do I start? You're coming at us with your artificial heart. You say we shouldn't bother to create while stealing from the very people that you hate. Trust the robots, they always got your back. You push the algorithms, they're about to crack. Your machines are holding all the cards. Creating music is just too hard.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy. Music is pain. Music is real. And music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk for me. 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 I got some words, but they ain't written yet. I don't know what I'm gonna say, I just spit. Using prompts is getting over compressed. Like Napster downloads, I'm just not impressed. People power gonna bring it down.
You thought we weren't gonna make a sound? We're coming at you with the force of humankind. Music will outlast you all this
I
time.
think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy. Music is pain. But music is real.
And music is live.
Hey, 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 you don't talk for me. 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 You don't talk for me. You don't talk for me. You don't talk for me.
See ya.